Hello there, it's Ruth Sherman, CEO and celebrity speech and media coach, but you don't have to be famous to work with me. In fact, I want to make you famous. All right, today I want to talk about some video webinar platforms, in particular two that I use. And I will tell you I've tested a number of them, and there are pros and cons to all of them. Video, amazingly enough, as common as it is still the holy grail. There's still a lot of bug issues, there's a lot of technology issues, there are a lot of bandwidth issues. And so I want to talk about two of them, Google Hangouts and Talk Fusion, both of which I use pretty readily, and so I have a lot to say about each of them, pros and cons of both. So let's start with Google Hangouts. You have heard about Google Hangouts, you know about Google Hangouts. So here are the pros for Google Hangouts. Hard to say that. First, it's free. It's free. And you get what you pay for, but it's free. It's a pretty cool platform for free. You can now schedule your Hangouts. When it first came out, you used to have to just hit Hangouts and it went live, and that was the end of that. You had to basically you couldn't schedule them. You couldn't let people know. So now you can schedule them. That is done through the YouTube platform called Live Events. We don't have time to go into that right here, but it's a cool feature, and that was needed, and they provided it. So good for them. You can have unlimited viewers. This is a huge benefit. So if you've got a big following and you let them know you're having a hangout, especially a scheduled one, unlimited number of people can show up and watch. The hangout itself is limited to 10 participants, so they will participate. They will be on camera with you. You've seen Google Hangouts, I'm sure, where there's at the very bottom of the window, there's everybody's video is being shown. This is, by the way, only for 3 or more participants. When you've got 2, they don't show those little thumbnail players at the bottom. And it has this cool feature called the lower third, which is, as you may have seen, a lower banner, a banner on the bottom of the window of the video that you can put your name, you can choose a color, you can upload a logo, you can say a little bit of, your tagline, your title, what it is that you do. So that's kind of a cool thing. And they've got a whole bunch of other features, but a lot of it is bells and whistles that you just don't need, right? All right, so the cons. The quality is crummy. It just is. And this is true for most video platforms, but it is particularly crummy on Google Hangouts. This is a big one. There's a big delay between what you do in the Hangout and what viewers see. So it comes to about 30 to 60 seconds. That's a big delay, especially if people are participating, they're making comments, and they are asking questions. For you to respond, there's a huge delay. So it's kind of disconcerting, and there can also be a delay when you're talking to your other participants. I had this happen recently where there was just a delay in what she was hearing and what I was hearing back from her. So it can get a little bit confusing. It's buggy. All right, some of the features just don't work sometimes, and there's no rhyme or reason for it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There's no chat room. There's no established chat room, although there are features, there are add-ons or programs, platforms that you can buy that will back-end Google Hangouts, and they have their own problems, but there are some good ones, better ones than others, I should say. They're all buggy. They've all got problems. But it doesn't have a chat room, so, if you go back to that delay problem, then it can get kind of difficult. You cannot play videos for public views. This is very confusing, and you've really got to drill down to find out why they don't allow it, because there's a YouTube application, but the videos that you choose from your playlist will only play for the people in the Hangout itself. So the up to 10 people whom you can have in there. And you cannot share slides easily, no matter what they tell you. All right. This took some drilling down and figuring out. We don't have time for me to teach you how to do that now. But despite what they say about Google Drive and being able to use slides and files from Google Drive and share them, doesn't work. And when you do, by the way, when you do share the slides in the way that you can, it takes the place of your video. So instead of me being on camera, my slides will be on camera. So it's a thing. And of course, I forgot another really important pro. It automatically records, and then it's added to your YouTube video editor, so you can fool around with it, make it private, put it up there when you want, take it down when you want. So that is a cool feature, and I forgot to mention it in the pros for Google Hangouts. All right, Talk Fusion. Some of you may know Talk Fusion. The pros is that it's easy to schedule. That's always been a feature that it's had. You can have up to 500 viewers. So, it's kind of neat that way, up to 500 viewers. If you look at GoToMeeting or the other one, the name escapes me at the moment, but if you look at those, you'll know that you're limited and you're paying a lot of money for an increase in viewers. So, that's a very important feature. You can have 15 people in a video conference. So you can have 15 people in a video conference, by the way, for the live broadcast, which is when you can have 500 viewers. You can also have more than one presenter. So that's kind of cool. And you can hand the controls to that presenter. There's no delay. So what you see is what you get. As I'm talking, maybe it's slightly just delayed because of bandwidth, but there's no 45, 30, 60-second delay. So no issue there. There's a chat room. There is a chat room, so people type in, people can network, type in, have conversation, ask questions. It's kind of cool. It's great, actually. You can upload videos and slides. This is a really good feature to the Talk Fusion library, which will appear in the main window without losing you on camera. You're still there, but there's a main webinar window where you can upload your slides, show your slides, switch over to a video that you've uploaded, play it for everyone, pause it, keep playing it, share photos, JPEGs. You can share files. And people can download. There's a whiteboard. There's a drawing tool. So it's a full-service webinar platform. And they will brand it for you. So you have your own branding. So here are the cons. It's not free. It's not free, but it is reasonable. I think I pay about $37 a month. I don't know what current pricing is or what you would pay as a new user, but I pay $37 a month for everything I just told you and more. There are many, many more features in Talk Fusion that I don't use. I only use it for business and webinars. There's a startup cost of a minimum, I think, of $250, and that's where you get the branding. You send them your branding and they create it for you. So that's kind of nice. Let's see, what else was there here? Oh, so it was not free. That was a con. Sometimes it gets buggy. I mean, I've had an occasional, when I've scheduled a webinar and, for whatever reason, the server's down and there's nothing they can do about it, and nothing I can do about it. The video quality is okay, not as crummy as Hangouts, but but it's really not great. It really depends on your bandwidth and the bandwidth of your viewers. You have to record, and you've got to push record, and I've experienced some bugs with that. You can't download the recordings. They've got it. Once you leave the application, it's over. It's a shame. So what that means is I've got to use another computer to record the desktop. My bird is very active because my daughter just walked in, so just bear with me. So I recorded on another laptop. So it's another additional thing you've got to do. Recordings will not record they won't record any other participants, nor will they record the videos that you put up there. They'll only record you, the owner, and the slides and things. And they cite privacy reasons for that. Anyway, that is my take on the difference between Google Hangouts and Talk Fusion for video platforms. If you have any other questions or you want to know more about video and being great on stage or on camera, hop on over to ruthsherman.com where you can download your free gift. I will see you there.